If you had to name some of the richest people in the world, you'd probably be able to name a few business people who have been well known for a long time. This is because they worked hard for decades to get where they are now. What about the world's youngest billionaires? Can you name any? Of course, you will be able to name the 10 youngest billionaires by the end of the video, so make sure you stick with me to the end. Now, without any further delay, let's get into the video. Who are the youngest of the world's billionaires? Even though there are only 2,668 billionaires in the world today, according to the most recent numbers from Forbes, some of the world's richest people are quite young. In fact, some of the world's richest people are teenagers who got their money from an inheritance and have not yet started working. So let's talk about some of the world's youngest billionaires in detail. The first on our list is Kevin David Lehmann. Kevin David Lehmann, 18, is one of the 10 world's youngest billionaires after officially inheriting 50% of his father's stake in German drugstore Drogerie market. His father, Günther Lehmann, invested in the German drugstore chain a year after it was founded in 1973 by Gates Werner. At the time, Lehmann was running his family's supermarket chain, Pfannkuchen. Lehmann and his family were never operationally involved with the DM. Participation in the drugstore chain began to be transferred to the son when he was just 14 years old, but the funds remained in custody until his 18th birthday, celebrated in September 2020. The name of the second person on our list is Austin Russell. Austin Russell, 26, is one of the youngest self-made billionaires in the world. When he was just 17 years old, he developed the idea for Luminar, which works with LiDAR laser technology. In 2012, Russell dropped out of Stanford University after receiving a $100,000 scholarship to start Luminar Technologies, LAZR. Its sensors now help self-driving cars from customers like Volvo and Toyota by reflecting laser beams to detect objects in and around the vehicles. Luminar went public through a SPAC, Special Proposal for Acquisition of Companies merger, in December. With that, Russell, who owns about a third of the company, was propelled to the billionaire post. Next in the list is Wang Zilong. Wang Zilong is another newcomer and the second youngest on Forbes' list of billionaires. At age 24, Wang inherited a stake of more than $1.3 billion in CNNC Huawan Titanium Dioxide Co. His family's company, listed on the Shenzhen Stock Exchange, produces titanium dioxide pigment used in coatings, plastics, paints, and other materials. He also owns stakes in Lohmann Billions Group, another company that produces titanium dioxide in China. Up next, Alexandra Andresen. Of the few billionaires who debuted as teenagers in the Forbes rankings are Norwegian sisters Alexandra and Katharina Andresen. Alexandra made her debut at age 19 in 2016 and her sister at age 20. The two are still among the youngest billionaires in the world. Now 24 and 25 respectively, they are heirs to Johan H. Andresen Jr., owner of Ferd, an investment firm that manages hedge funds. Each owns 42% of the shares in the family business, which is still managed by Johan. Another young billionaire in the list is Gustav Magnar Witzøe. Gustav Magnar Witzøe is heir to one of the largest salmon producers in the world, SalMar ASA, a Norwegian company founded by his father in 1991. His stake in nearly half of the company was a gift from his father in 2013. Witzøe's fortune nearly doubled last year thanks to SalMar's strong performance. He is now worth a crazy $1.9 billion. What of Jonathan Kwok? How is he in the list? Well, Jonathan Kwok, 29, is the youngest son of the late Walter Kwok, former chairman of Sung Hung Kai Properties, SHKP, Hong Kong's largest real estate developer. Jonathan got a Bachelor of Arts in Hotel Administration from Cornell University. His LinkedIn page says that after he graduated, he worked for CSI Properties, a company that holds investments, and CMB International Securities, a company that provides financial services. He was in charge of the company's real estate investments, project development, and asset management when he joined the Empire Group. He also knows a lot about and has a lot of experience with investing in Hong Kong real estate, analyzing global investments, and building hotels. After their father's death, Jonathan and his brother Jeffrey, 35, took over Empire Group Holdings, a real estate developer Walter founded after he left SHKP. Let's talk about Sam Bankman-Fried. After getting his degree in physics and a minor in math from MIT in 2014, Bankman-Fried went to work full-time at Jane Street Capital, where he had been an intern the summer before. Jane Street is known as the best Wall Street firm that no one has heard of, and a lot of its business comes from ETF arbitrage, a strategy that Bankman-Fried would partly use in his first crypto venture. Sam Bankman-Fried is one of the cryptocurrency billionaires and the richest young man. The 29-year-old former Wall Street trader founded and runs the quantitative crypto trading company Alameda Research. He is also the founder of the cryptocurrency derivatives trading platform FTX. Most of his wealth is in FTX, FTT shares and tokens. In the last 2 years, Bankman-Fried has been involved in politics. He gave more than $5.2 million to Joe Biden's campaign for president in 2020 and helped pay for the Protect Our Future future super PAC. Aside from giving money, Bankman-Fried has talked to Congress twice in the last 3 months about the state of crypto regulation. It's important to know that most of FTX's profits come from outside the Bahamas, where the company is based. It has set up a separate, more limited market for traders in the United States, where they can't access certain trading pairs and instruments. How familiar are you with the names Stanley Tang and Andy Fang? Stanley Tang is the co-founder and product director of the restaurant delivery app DoorDash, DASH. DoorDash was founded by Fang and Tang in 2013, but it was in 2020 that the app became popular. Tang owns about 4% of DoorDash, which went public on the stock exchange in December 2020. Of course, it is expected that Andy Fang makes the list, right? Who is Andy Fang? Andy Fang, 28, is the co-founder of the food delivery app DoorDash, DASH, and serves as head of consumer engineering. He owns about 4% of the company's shares, which became even more valuable during the pandemic. DoorDash held its IPO on the New York Stock Exchange in early December 2020. Who are the two young Brazilian billionaires debuting on the Forbes list? Brex owners Henrique Dubugras, 26, and Pedro Franceschi, 25, joined the national team with fortunes of $1.5 billion US each. They are founders of Brex, a corporate credit card fintech headquartered in San Francisco, California. The billionaires own a 28% stake in the company, which guarantees them a fortune valued at around $1.5 billion US. The corporate card fintech raised $300 million US in January in a financing round led by investment companies Green Oaks Capital and TCV. As a result, Brex is now valued at $12.3 billion US. Brex, founded by the duo in 2017, emerged from an exchange of messages on Twitter in December 2012 between Dubugras and Franceschi. At the time, they lived in different cities, but started a virtual friendship through conversations about technology. In 2013, the friends launched the startup Pagar.me in Brazil, which allowed merchants to accept payments online. The company had 150 employees when it was sold to Stone. Dubugras does not reveal the duo's participation in Pagar.me, but says it was enough to pay for college. He and Franceschi dropped out of Stanford's computer science course and made some savings. After selling the company, the duo initially intended to create bank accounts for US-based startups, but ended up finding the corporate credit card business a much more viable route. Dubugras and Franceschi started Brex after dropping out of Stanford before completing their freshman year of college. 2 years later, they were featured on Forbes' Finance 30 Under 30 list. Ever heard of Muhammad Awal Mustafa? At age 10, the boy is considered the youngest billionaire in the world. Luxury car collection, Dubai mansion, and private jet. These items could be from Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, the two richest men in the world, but they are from a boy of just 10 years old, considered the youngest billionaire in the world. Muhammad Awal Mustafa, known as Mumpha Jr., received the title of youngest billionaire in the world from his father, winning his first mansion at the age of 6 and having a luxury car collection that would make anyone envious. When he turned 10 at the end of April, the boy received a Lamborghini Aventador as a gift from his multimillionaire father, valued at £400,000. The boy also has 3 other luxury cars. So that concludes today's video. If you found the video helpful, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. Also, do let me know in the comment section who your favorite young billionaire is. Thanks for watching. See you next time.